One day, I was just scrolling on social media like we all do when I saw people making these little books filled with photos, stickers, colors, and handwritten notes. I remember thinking, like, wow, this looked really fun. At that time, I don't even know it was called scrapbooking. But the more I watched those videos, the more the algorithm keeps sending those to me. And eventually, I was like, okay, maybe I should give it a try. And now, 1 year later, scrapbooking has quietly become part of my life. Hi, guys, I'm Narin, a girl who tend to be like overthinking. And right now, I am learning to slow down. So, in this video, I want to share 5 things that I have learned over a year of scrapbooking. The reason I started scrapbooking is very simple. I have been enjoy journaling and writing things down by hand. I enjoy writing down my thoughts and reflecting everything in my life already through journaling. But sometimes, journaling can be a little bit difficult, right? For example, my thoughts usually move much faster than my hand. And honestly, there are days when I'm just too lazy to write everything down. So when I discovered scrapbooking, it felt different. Instead of just writing down all your thoughts, with scrapbooking you can do more. You can put sticker on it, you can put a piece of paper on it, you can print out your own and personal photo and make it like your own personal art gallery. And there is no rule. It felt less like writing and more like creating something. And I realized this could be a fun way to documenting my life physically and creatively. I always liked the idea that maybe in 10 or 20 years from now, I'll be able to look back and see what my life looks like during this time. So, the process itself is actually very simple but surprisingly satisfying. Usually, I start by printing photos. Sometimes I also use my Polaroid camera. Then I gather everything. I might need papers, stickers, maybe envelopes, color pens, and little decoration. But the part I enjoy the most is when everything is ready and I begin putting the page together. It feels a bit like making a film. There is pre-production, production, and post-production. And for me, scrapbooking is the production stage. The moment when everything comes together, you arrange the photo, break sticker, add small notes, move things around, and slowly the page begin to tell a story. Of course, mistakes happen. The paper tear, you paint into the wrong spot, or you make a mistake. Sometimes something doesn't look quite right, but that is also part of the process. Another thing that I have noticed is how calm scrapbooking make me feel. Sometimes I do it in complete silence, no music, just the sound of paper. Other time I play my favorite song in the background, but either way, it helped me to stay present. One part I especially enjoy is the cutting process. Because I print a lot of photo and decoration, I spend quite a bit of time cutting things out. And when you're cutting things with this scissor or the cutter, you really need to focus. You cannot rush it. Be careful with your hand. Don't cut yourself and don't cut the wrong shape. So it forces you to concentrate. Sometimes I call it the art of cutting because while I'm cutting, I'm completely focused, and at the same time, my mind become very calm. It even gives me the space to think deeply. After doing this for a year, I start to noticing something interesting. Scrapbooking is actually a lot like life. Your pages will never be perfect. Of course, sometimes you make mistake. Sometimes the page doesn't turn out in the way that you imagine, but you keep it anyway because it still represents a real moment. And life works the same way. Not everything turns out perfectly. Sometimes things go wrong, but you adjust, accept it, and move forward. The biggest lesson that I learned from doing scrapbooking is life is not actually boring. We think our lives are boring. I still feel that way sometimes too. When you start pressing your day into a book, your photos, your handwriting, your little memories, you begin to see things differently. They become parts of your story. When I look back through my scrapbook pages, I remember the emotion connected to them. Some pages are happy, some are sad, some were made when I felt frustrated. But every page represents a moment in my life, and those moments matter. Before ending this video, I want to share a few tips for someone who wants to actually try scrapbooking. The good news is that you really don't need much to start. You can begin with the notebook, the book like this, some photo, scissors, or cutter and glue, and that's it. You can even use everyday things around you. Sometimes I keep little items like snack packaging, tickets, and random pieces of paper. Some people call this junk journal. To me, scrapbooking and junk journal is very similar. And if you are just starting, it's totally okay to look at another people's scrapbook for inspiration. Over time, you will slowly develop your own style. And one more important thing, don't compare your scrapbook to other people. Your book is actually about your own story. It doesn't need to be perfect. I remember when I first tried to make this, and then I looked at the people on the internet and I was like, oh my god, my scrapbook looked like shit, to be honest. But still, when I look closely to my book, to the detail that I put in, to my photo, to the text that I wrote to myself, and it just, for me, it just became really meaningful to me. You can start slowly, maybe once a week, and remember, there are no rules. For me personally, I believe everyone should start to documenting their life in some way. It either like photo, video, or even scrapbooking or journaling, not for social media, not for anybody, but just for yourself, just for you, because your life is unique. Even if it feels ordinary, and like I said, if you think your life is boring and maybe you haven't looked closely enough, you need to look closer. You need to look into the tiny pieces, tiny little moments. And if you enjoy craft, art, or making things with your hand, I highly recommend this scrapbooking. And maybe one day, years from now, you will open that book again and realize those small moments were never boring at all.